Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making these beautiful babies. So my client asked me to make this dress for her baby. So I decided to share how I made these beautiful clothes. So please, if it's your first time coming across my video, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So welcome back. So we are going to be making use of these beautiful polka dot fabrics and also making use of nets. And as well, we'll also be making use of this doll face for the lining. So the doll face is going to serve as the lining for this dress, both for the upper part and the down part. So I'll be working with this lining first. So I'll go ahead to cut out the lining for the down part. But for this particular tutorial, I'll be cutting out the lining as a flay. So we'll just go ahead and fold it into two and then also fold it into four so that we can get our desired measurement for this, for the down part. There is a lining for the down part, which is flame. So once I'm done folding it and arranging it, so I'll go ahead to start taking the waist circumference. So I'll just go ahead and start marking all through with a dotted line for the waist circumference. So we'll just go ahead to be marking for the waist circumference, which is, we'll just keep marking it all through. So we know how to get our waist circumference of just your waist divided by 6.28 will give you your waist circumference. So once I'm done marking it, I'll just go ahead and connect all through and then get the desired length of this lining. So how long I want the flay to be on the down part of this dress after doing the gather on the net. So I'll just go ahead and start taking the desired length. And mind you, you don't want your lining to be longer than your net. So you should be making your lining something like 2 inches shorter from the normal length of the normal full length. So if your full length is like 11, so you should be cutting like 9 inches of the doll face. That is the lining part. So just go ahead and give it a dotted line. After giving that dotted line, I will go ahead to connect it all through. As you can see, I'm now connecting the dotted line all through. Once I'm done connecting the dotted line, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So you can see I'm done cutting out the down part, which is the flay for the lining. So I'll now go ahead and open up my fabric as well and also fold it into two so that I can now start cutting the upper part of this dress. So just go ahead and fold it into two to get the upper part. Now you have to now check the working space. That is the working space, the desired working space you're working with, both the measurements and the stitches allowance. So you'll be getting of them. So once I've confirmed my working space and I feel like it's enough for me, I will now go ahead to start taking the horizontal measurements. And I will start by marking out the starting point, which is the shoulder line. I'll start by giving it a shoulder line. So once I'm done marking up the shoulder line, I'll go ahead to connect it together. So I'll now take my tape and now mark the upper chest line. The upper chest line, which will be serving as both the upper chest and the armhole. So once I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to take my neck line. That is the neck width will be 2.2. I'll be taking out the remaining 2.2 for this dress because the shoulder of this baby is 10. If you divide it by 2, you'll be getting 5 inch. So I'll take 2.5 inward, and my neck depth will also be 2.5. So my armhole, I'm taking 5.5 inches. So I'll now be going down by 0.5 inches for the shoulder slope because this baby shoulder is very small. So I'll just going in by 0.5 inches. I mean to say, so I'll go ahead and share my armhole measurement, that is the chest line measurement, to 2. Like so, I'll just go ahead and mark it. Then I'll be going in by 0.2 for the armhole curving. So once I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to take my upper chest measurement. That is the bust measurement for this baby. Once I'm done inserting the bust measurement and also adding it a stitching allowance on it, so I'll now go ahead and connect my armhole like so. As you can see it, I'll just go ahead and connect it. So once I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to take the waist measurement of this baby. And mind you, when I'm marking the waist measurement, I'll also be adding the stitches allowance on it, so that you can have a stitches allowance. If you want, you can add it a ease allowance, but I don't think it necessary. So I just went on to add it the stitches allowance. So once I'm done with this, I'll now go ahead to cut it all through. So once I'm done cutting the front part, I'll be using this front part to cut the back panel of this dress. So I'll just go ahead and refold my fabric so that I can able to place it on the remaining part of the fabric and cut out the back part of the dress. So just go ahead and fold it into two as well. And mind you, while cutting the back part of this back part of the dress will be having a zipper allowance. So you remember to keep a space for your zipper allowance while placing your front on it. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and check my zipper allowance for the dress if it's up to the desired amount I want. So I'll just go ahead and check. So I'll now go ahead and take our neck depth for the back. The neck depth of this back will be more down. It will not be a high neck. It will be a form of V neck for this baby. So I want the neck at the back to be low, a sort of V. So once I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to connect it together before I start cutting. So just like that, so that you will know where the shoulder starts and where the shoulder ends. So now just go ahead and cut all through your fabric. Just cut it exactly as the front is. Nothing much, nothing less. Mind you, I didn't add a dart on this dress because it's a baby dress. I don't feel necessary to add it a dart. The baby is just 3 years old. So I'll just go ahead. Now I'll go ahead to remove the front panel of this cloth so I can now work on the V neck on the back. I'll now go ahead and work on the V neck on the back like so. So just cut it out. So guys, I'm done cutting the upper part of this dress, both the front and the back. So I'll go ahead to use this doll face lining to cut on the polka dot so that I can use the polka dot is the main fabric I'll be using. The doll face is just serving as a lining. So I'm done cutting it here. So I'll now drop this aside and I'll go ahead to work on the net part of this dress. You know our net is going to be 3-step. I will just go ahead to open the net like so and arrange it very well. I folded my net into two before I start cutting so that it will be easy for me to get the desired length of this dress all through. I don't want a situation when I'll spread it out to be looking so difficult. So the first part of this dress will be 5 inches. So I'll go ahead to just take 5 inches all through this net. I'll just go ahead to mark it so I can connect it together and cut it out. So the first part is 5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and connect everything together. That is the first layer of the net. The one that is on top the other net will just be 5 inches long. So once I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead to cut it out before I'll be taking the second layer. So once I'm done, I'll now keep this aside and now work on the second layer. So the second layer of this dress will be 8 inches, which is, so the dress, the each layer is using 3 inches to be longer than each other. So I'll just go ahead and mark 8 inches all through. Eight inches all through. So once I'm done marking it, I'll just go ahead and connect them together and now cut it out before I'll be working on the last part of the net, which is the longest part. I'll be carrying the measurement, that is the actual measurement of the fabric, of the cloth, I mean to say, sorry. So once I'm done cutting, I'll be keeping this aside as well. So I'll now go ahead to also start working on the other parts. So I'll just be giving it a dotted line. So once I'm done doing that, I'll connect them together as well to cut it out. As you can see, I'll just cut it out like so. So once I'm done cutting this, I'll be cutting out a bias strip with the polka dot fabric. The bias strip will serve as a complete edge to this net. I'll be using it to pipe the net round. I'll use it to pipe the net round. So now before that bias strip, I'll go ahead to work on the first layer of this dress. I want this first layer to have an opening at the front. So I'll just go ahead and open it and slant it a little. So you see how I'm going to be doing. I'll just go ahead and slant the opening a little, so that when I'll place it on the other fabric, it will be having a kind of design, we're having a something like a C format on it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll just go ahead and give it a smooth slanting. So let me cut out the excess on the down one, so that it will be of the same height and the same size. I'll say I'm done with that part. So these are the bias strip I'll be using to pipe the net, the down part of the net. So these are the bias strip I'll be using. As you can see, I've done. So I'll be taking this. I'll go ahead to iron this as well. So but before then, you see all this fabric, I'll go ahead to start turning all the fabric. See the other part, the second net, then see the lining for the down part, which is the flare that we cut first. Yes. So this is the upper part. So we'll go ahead to turn the upper part. As once I'm done, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, see the upper part, I'm done turning it. As you can see, I'm done turning it. So I'll now go ahead and flip it over, so that everything will become very neat inside. So you're not going to be seeing the stitches on the upper part. I'm just going ahead to turn it over. So just go ahead and turn yours. If you're going to be doing this, just go ahead and turn it. So you can see the bias strip. I've gone ahead to iron it, and I've also ironed the upper part of this dress, so that it will be looking so neat and smooth. You can see I just went ahead and ironed it all through. So now I'll be showing you guys how I'll be piping that bias on the net. So just go ahead and bring out your bias. You bring out the edge of your net. You are going to be stop stitching on this one. You just go ahead and put it inside. That part that you folded inside, just open it. As you can see, I'm doing it. Just open it and put it inside. And you go ahead and top stitch. Just top stitch on it, so that you'll be looking so neat. Yes, just like that. So once I'm done joining everything, I'll come back and show you guys what it's looking like. So this is it. I'm done stop stitching on all the bias strips. I've attached them to the net. As you can see, I've attached everything to the net. So it's just looking so beautiful and very neat. So I'll now take everything to my sewing machine and join them and bring them back to you people. So guys, I'm done joining it here. I've joined the 3 layers together, and I use a gather stitch to join them together, so that I can be able to form the gather on the down part of this dress. So now go ahead and get the edge of this thread together, like so. Just pick up the 2 edges. As you can see, once you are done, just go ahead and form a gather. You can see what I'm doing. Just go ahead and be dragging it. You form that sweet gather and give this cloth a very nice shape. Just watch what I'm doing. Just keep dragging it until you get the actual waist measurement for this baby. You can now stop. So guys, you can see I'm done doing the gather stitch on it. I'm done doing the gather on the cloth. So I'll now go ahead to, as you guys can see, it's looking so beautiful. I'll go ahead to add the lining part, that the door face inside. I'll just go ahead and stitch the door face. Once I'm done stitching the door face, I'll go ahead to secure my upper part as well. with the stitches allowance. So I'll just go ahead and close the side so that I can be able to attach the down part on it. So once I'm done doing that, I'll be showing you guys what it looks like. So I'm done putting the gather, the door face to the gather. So I'm done putting the door face to the gather, and I'm also done securing the upper part. So I'll now go ahead to fold it into two so I can get the midpoint of the upper part. I'll go ahead and fold it and notch it. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and notch the center so that I can be able to pin the down to the upper part before taking it to my sewing machine to sew all through. So just look at what I'm doing. I'll just go ahead and pin the center of the down part with the center of the upper part together before I'll start pinning any other place. As you can see, just look at it very carefully. It's very easy to do. It's not that difficult. Just go ahead and pin them to there. Sorry, my camera is somehow low, but you can see, you understand what I'm doing. Just keep pinning all through. Just be careful while pinning, because it's through the pin that you will now attach the down part to the upper part. So once I'm done pinning this dress, I'll go ahead to show you guys how it looks like how the dress is looking. It's looking so beautiful, very, very beautiful. So I'm done pinning it. So as you guys can see, I'll now go ahead and secure it and also put my zip, and I'll be showing you the final look of the dress. So guys, this is the final look of this dress. If you find this video helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and thank you for watching my video always. Thanks.